work well. Okay, it's on our restream. Ow. Moving over.
Luigi on a cross.
Alright. Our YouTube is up now. Our Twitch should be very soon to follow.
What?
I ate some eggs today, and now I think I'm full.
Nice.
Oh man, just if you can inject memes in this world as a quirk, that would be scary because
Very dangerous.
you have to be worrying about the coffin dancer just being right on the corner, just following you.
I will be honest. Mostly, I would just be using shoot to whoop on enemies, and for cringe, I would just go to the tournament and put memes into the TV and let everyone enjoy that.
I'm a fire in Malaysia.
I don't think there's no quirk, unfortunately, for memes.
I severely
Yeah,
doubt it, since most of the quirks are science-based.
Yeah.
Alright.
Things that grant abilities that don't make scientific sense or grant experience don't really work.
I think I might also. Are we live already?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yep. But okay, do we have audio on our Twitch, Corn?
Also, Kane, I think I
Great
might
organ.
ask Johan for a favor.
Interesting.
For a new quirk, because I gave him that information if possible.
Good information is good to use. Okay, so I'm assuming we have audio on our Twitch. We should. Should be no reason why we shouldn't. Yeah, should be good. Okay, hello and welcome everybody to this new episode of Villains. I believe we're on episode 15 now. So welcome. Now, for those of you who didn't watch last episode, we are starting off from the fact that Roasted just found technically Diana, just found a body with red stitching inside of it, labeled Jack's back. And Axel, he managed to find Dollhouse and murdered him violently in cold blood. And for some reason, he just let him. So that's confusing the living hell out of Axel.
Yeah, and Axel is very unsatisfied with this.
Yep. And then
He wanted it to go down. He wanted to give him a fair fight.
He wanted an actual fight from the man. He thought he was gonna get one too, and then just very anticlimactic. Last thing that happened with Rogue's character was inside of the Heroes episode, I believe, number 14. He was at Mugen Academy. He was actually talking to Zero, Mr. Torque, about the fact that he didn't know if he was truly a villain or if he was, more of an entertainer of sorts and stuff like that. Trying to find where he sits in this area of grayness, essentially.
Pretty much.
If I remember correctly, last episode, Roasted, you're planning on calling Rogue to inform him of what's happening?
That, he's gonna help Diana. He's gonna go to Johan because now he might have to call in a favor.
Yep. So obviously the day had passed a little bit. You weren't at the what's it called? The assembly that happened last episode, Rogue, because your character was called by Roasted as the killing had happened. We're gonna say that the current time frame is that on, I believe it was Thursday, the heroes were doing the assembly. On Wednesday, Roasted's character found the body, and so he called Rogue over there, which is why Rogue's not there on Thursday, and then Friday something else is going to happen. So yeah, you're welcome to call him.
Yeah, right now he's looking at the body and beep beep 8675309. I call Rogue.
Rug, it's like middle of the night, more or less, kind of chilling out on your bed. It's actually in the dorms of Mugen, next to where Zero is, Mr. Torque is, as you get a phone call.
Oh boy. It's the middle of the night. Who can be calling?
Black,
You better have a
Black
good
Shadow,
reason for calling me.
do you have a secure? He just speaks in a he before he speaks in his normal accent, he gets into his disguise accent, just in case people hear him, because there's a possibility people can listen on phone calls.
Depending.
Hey, hey, Rogue. Can you find a secure location? Because I need to talk to you about something.
Secure. Well, right now in my room, which has a couple bug sweepers and jammers, so
All right,
not acceptable. So
all right.
good.
We've got a problem.
What kind of problem?
Two words. When I was 2 words, Jack's back apparently.
Oh, that double.
Yes. When I was helping out an acquaintance, apparently we had a body that was going to be shipped or something, and when the body came, it was all like mangled up and everything, and there was red stitching on it saying Jack's back.
Okay, that's not a good sign. So is that just? Are you just trying to tell me Jack's back, or is there something more to this?
It's a possibility. I'm not going to rule it out, but this is either, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, this is not Jack's usual MO. Either one, Jack's gone crazy more, or he might have changed his mission objective, or 3, someone's either impersonating Jack.
A copycat.
Possibly.
Why?
The problem is, go ahead.
I'm just thinking out loud because I thought we've already determined there was a copycat Jack the Ripper out there.
So far, you've not. The only one that you know would be even tied to this, possibly, would be when you last went to search for Jack and you actually met a person named Fakenstein, who seemed to be at Jack's location, but in your crazy little mind in the darkness, you thought it was actually Jack until you met him again in the future. But to the best of your knowledge, that's the only Jack liker that you know of. However, you do know that Jack was murdered violently, which is why the kid Washi died as well.
Murdered probably isn't the right term considering the whole nature of the death.
What?
Murdered probably isn't quite the right term there.
He died.
So this.
Yeah, he was killed.
Yeah.
Howdy, Ukes.
Hello.
So yeah, this is quite puzzling because. Oh, go ahead. What we were saying. I need to think about this a little bit.
The problem is this. I really wouldn't mind this kind of stuff, but one thing that really gets under my skin is that if the killings are going to keep happening and happening, the heroes are going to start investigating down south, where most of us, well, some of the times most of the villains go. They'll be going on a crazy wide search spree. So not even the heroes or even villains will be safe at all from this.
True. Why do people always have to go do this? Anyways, this is actually a big concern, to be honest. Last I heard, I believe Jack the Ripper was murdered or violently killed, if you can call it that.
Yeah, I've heard
This is
about that.
okay. In my mind, 1 or 2 things come up. 1, this is a new Jack the Ripper, or 2, Jack the Ripper somehow came back to life with us without with I don't know how.
I
Or
do
3.
have some info on that,
Go ahead.
but it's better that you talk to the acquaintance in person. This acquaintance has more information than I do.
I believe
And
Rogue has met
I
her Diana before.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he's met him.
Mhm.
Okay, back up a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, I do have some information about Jack that maybe Diana could know. She has more information on Jack than I ever did, probably more than anybody.
Most likely, it doesn't surprise me. Oh, okay. Where do we meet?
We could either meet at Johan's thing, since I'm also thinking about turning in a favor, and
Okay.
oh wait, I don't think I ever. Wait, did I ever tell him about the kids?
Yeah.
No.
You told Johan about the kids.
You
That
told
was,
Johan, but you didn't tell Rogue.
No, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought you said because you
Yeah.
said going to Johan and hey, did they talk about the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning to go to Johan, but also there's something you should know, and do not say anything about this. Apparently,
course.
those 2 kids that we were sent to retrieve, they're still alive. Apparently,
Wait. That.
Yeah.
How?
I have no idea, but I've already given our friend, mutual acquaintance, the info. Since personally, and this probably should apply for you, we shouldn't go anywhere near those 2.
Yeah, they've always. I will say this. Just them dying has caused a lot of stuff to go on, and I want to stay far away from them because they're not
Yeah.
not my problem, not my worry.
Yes, I've already given
So-
Johan, so I don't know what's going to happen. But where do you want to meet? I can take you to Diana, or we can meet up at Idle Agency.
Either one's good for me. I mean, I'm currently doing something for Johan.
I'll then meet up with you at Idle Agency as soon as I'm finished talking up with Diana here.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Then, see you on the flip side.
Yep. See you on the flip side.
And
Can it wait till midnight?
Couldn't wait till the morning.
Why is it always midnight, middle of the night? Why can't it ever be in the evening or the morning? As Rogue says as he falls back to sleep.
All right. Now we're only looking at Mr. Axel here with the dead body of Dollhouse just kind of laying against the wall here, dead. Axel, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
here.
Yeah. So you're just kind of sitting there. Hours pass on by. The rays of light start to slowly go upwards. His body hasn't even moved in the many, many hours you've been just kind of contemplating his existence. The smell is starting to get to you, though, and the rays of light starting to shine.
And the sun's starting to now shine in his eyes. It breaks him out of the stupor that he's in.
Mhm.
So he stands up and he goes and kicks him in the side of the chest, like in a
Jesus.
rib.
Mhm. You hear a cracking sound, but no movement aside from that.
He starts pacing now.
Mhm.
This is not how I wanted it to go. This is not how it was supposed to go. I was going to give you a fair fight, and then I try and kill you. Either you killed me or I killed you. It wasn't supposed to go this way. Oh, now what do I do? I am utterly confused. I don't even know you. I don't even know who you are. Only he did. If only there was some way I could know what he knew. Wait. Didn't... Maybe there is a way. So he, like, you know, after his pacing, he stops as he kind of looks, like, you know, off into the, down the alleyway. He looks back at the body. He just turns away and he walks away from it.
Yeah, it See, you turn around and you just start walking away. You turn around again sharply in case he wakes up, and now he's just dead.
He's sure now that he is dead.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't coming back.
Yep.
But he's heading over to Johan's place of business.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's go back up here. Several hours pass. Rogue gets up, starts hanging over there. Roasted, you're talking with Diana about a few things. Is there anything specific you want to talk in the hours
Well, he
before?
wanted to ask two things. Actually, a few things. He wanted to ask her while he was done cleaning up the mess and everything. Okay. He wanted to ask while he was done cleaning up the mess. Well, that's over with. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few questions I wanted to ask you, Diana, before I have to go see Johan.
Ask away.
Does Jack have any exploitable weaknesses?
In a way, yes.
May we know what those are, since I know he's very dangerous. But in case we ever come across him, and if we hopefully, if we take him down, how do we? If it's a copycat or anything.
His greatest weakness is common sense. Part of the anatomical modifications allow him to persist through, for lack of a better word, faith and understanding. Functionally, he has the absolute faith that his body can persist so long as his quirk is active. His mind will keep him running even when his organs fail. The power of the demonic influence within him, on top of his own quirk, allowing blood flow. He has more or less transcended the physical limits of life and death, but more or less is still emphasized here. If he believes that something will kill him, it's very likely that it truly will. Not because it possesses some greater quality of death, but simply because he does not think to survive after being struck. That's why he protects his brain, I assume.
So his brain is his one weakness, and we've got to basically kind of outsmart him, since he pushes his body past immortal limits.
Potentially. Logically, he could probably persist even without a brain, regenerate, if he didn't believe that it would kill him.
I know this is weird, and I know I already have eyes, but do holy weapons work on him?
You're more better suited to fight him with the demonic. Angelic weapons have as much power as a demonic weapon, and your Grim Parasite should fit well enough under that category. Additionally, as I can state from my own experience, creatures such as angels and demons can be harmed by the tools of a jumper. If it comes from another world, it has an excellent tendency to ignore certain kinds of damage resistances. It's not
Very well.
universal, but it is helpful knowledge.
Very well. Another question is, what kind of blood did you give me? I know you said is there many types?
There are quite a few. Yes. As for that, I didn't give you a pure strain.
Too much for my body to handle?
Not quite. A pure strain would be difficult to work with. I distilled the essence of multiple different demons and, lack of a better word, boiled them down into that substance. It's not quite diluted. It is pure demon blood, but it is the blood of multiple demons working together.
Ah, okay. Well, I think when this is over, I think if we ever take him down, if possible again, I might want my own demonology lab like you do.
Good luck with trying to create one.
It may take a long time, but maybe not the demonology lab, maybe multiple vials of demon blood so I can work with.
Well, You're currently working to indebt me to you anyway. I wouldn't mind giving away a few extra vials if you should be able to successfully bring me Jack's head.
I'll do my best, but Eve's not going to be easy, I'll tell you that right now. But nothing ever is it?
If you want to get paid with such incredible resources, you'll be expected to perform incredibly as well.
Very well. I should probably get to Johann, because now that I've thought about it, there might be a quirk that I might want to take, if possible.
Feel free. Just be careful of the deals that you make. Sometimes they can be very
Dangerous.
exacting, is the word I'm thinking of.
All right. But anyway, I should get going.
Yes.
Thank you for everything you've done for me, Diana.
Good luck.
I'm going to need it.
I have no doubt.
He tips his hat and he walks out.
Okay, so you also start heading down that way as well to his area, which actually you would be like up there and up there, and then slowly moving all three of you down as you go forwards. There's not much going on today, at least. It being, I believe, now would be a
Also-
Thursday.
Also, Persona would be testing out his new eyes out in public.
Be
Okay.
careful of that. You don't. They do glow when that happens.
Oh, okay then. Oh,
Yeah.
probably when he's jumping on rooftops and all that, he'll do it.
Is there anything specific you'd be looking for right now?
Testing him out and see if he can find any demonic essences and all that he can see.
Roll me a sense.
Now I'm having a +5, so I guess.
Yeah, so we'd be adding a +1 to whatever your roll is. Because, yeah, being...
Yeah, alright. So let's go. Where is it? Where is my sense? Nah.
Boop, boop.
Roll?
Nice.
16.
Technically
That's 17
17.
then.
17.
Corin, I'll let you figure out what he sees. If anything.
There are faint traces of demonic energy, but the only ones you spot seem to lead back to Diana's location. And given the relative age of them, it's not difficult to tell that it would seem to be when she was moving around in order to perform those repairs on her arm. Though, given the fact that there's a certain level of energy, it's been what? You rested for like 24 hours, so it's been about 2 days since she walked in there. The remnants, despite being 2 days old, are still considerably strong. Whatever flesh composes that arm of hers is something impressive.
Well, I'm gonna make sure to use this sparingly. Don't do this out in public. And then he turns them off and heads back, heads to the Isle Agency.
Nice. So you eventually get there, and around the same time, you see Rogue kind of getting there as well. He took a little bit longer than you did, but only slightly. But you also see Axel kind of muttering to himself as he starts walking up to the area as well. Oddly enough, all three of you actually chose the exact time to get to the same area. You and Rogue planned this. Axel did not. Yeah, I know. The weird convenience there.
No, it ain't. It's just bad storytelling.
You know. But yeah. So
Interestingly, because your character waited until around morning, and then both of the other characters needed sleep, technically, you're the one who chose this time by waiting until morning before leaving Dollhouse's body.
True. Yeah.
Can't blame it on the DMs this time, but next time you probably can.
But still. Also, Axel got no amount of sleep, so odds are he's probably gonna pass the fuck out. Or actually, this could tie into something that we could probably have happen a little bit later.
Ooh.
Interesting. Alright. Yeah, so you see both of them kind of walking down the road.
Oh. Hello, Axel.
You see him just jolt as he looks over at you. You. I don't have time for
Yeah.
you right now. I have to go talk to Johan.
Same here.
Well,
Since right
coincidence.
now we've all got a situation.
I know I have a
Yeah.
situation, but what are you talking about?
Apparently, one of the villains that were serial killers is out and about again. And if
Oh.
he's not stopped, he's going to cause problems.
Excellent thing to be saying on the streets in front of a building.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yes, let's get inside the building before we talk
Yeah.
about things. I don't
You
know who's
just
listening on the
You
street.
just see Axel just kind of facepalm as if he's saying, he's like, oh yeah.
Trust me, we have more than enough trouble already that we're dealing with.
True enough.
Okay. So.
Especially considering he actually waits until he gets into the building.
Mhm.
You know, he kind of muttered that to himself. And whenever they're in the elevator, he just comes out and says it. I killed a hero.
Wait, what?
Wait, you killed a hero?
Wait.
Can we know
Which
who it was? Do you know who he was?
Dollhouse.
Wait, Dollhouse.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh
How?
God.
Last
it.
night, I ran into him in the middle of the alleyway. He brought himself to me. Seeing him and figuring out who he was activated my rage, and I killed the bastard. Now, I need to find out why I killed him.
Well, I see good and bad in that because he was a teacher at Mugen.
Well, it's
And-
good you did, but now it's also going to bring a lot of It's going to bring a lot of eyes around you.
Actually, Rogue, you wouldn't
Exactly.
know that he was a teacher at Mugen. You would have met.
But
A
Axel would have
non-teacher.
known because he actually met him
Oh, okay.
when he was being introduced.
Actually, no. He had the dim face on, which is the main reason y'all wouldn't know he's a teacher.
Okay.
You did know that he was a
Fair.
hero, specifically from. Oh, you would have heard from. Oh, yeah, you would have known Dollhouse because he ran into the building rogue. Same with Roaster. So, you two would have known the fact that he's a terrifying, horrible abomination of nature that crashed into a horrible building and nearly killed all of you.
Okay, backtrack a little bit. Okay. First off, how the hell did you do that? Because the last time I saw that guy, my autopilot just went crazy and got me out of there. Because of what
The reason
I
I'm
sensed
going
off
to
him.
Johan. I need to find a way to awaken the one inside of me. He would know more about Dollhouse than I would. He would be able to explain to me why Dollhouse let me kill him.
True. I mean, if he
tried to fight back, I gave him chance. I gave him an opportunity to walk away. He just kept pestering.
that would be really rewarding if he wanted to die. But
Problem is,
a lot.
Very
Just
concerning.
that, though. Something
Yeah.
he said to me has got me intrigued, though.
go
What
ahead.
would that be?
Wait,
No, he said something.
what about his chaotic lightning in the elevator?
Oh dear, yes, I have to roll for that.
Yeah, you have had a very good night of sleep, so roll me a sense real quick.
Since, there you go.
Good night of sleep, your powers are recharged, you have not killed your entire team. Good job.
That is
God. So I'm trying to remember
good.
exactly what Dollhouse said. 'Cause I remember the ending thing was like, so why did... I forgot what led up to him saying, so why did you...
Yeah, he was like trying to teach you basically a lesson. It was like, why do you hate me? Something like that. And then also like being like, what are you going to get out of this? And then final question, what am I? Am I a doll or am I human? And then why did you kill me was the last question. Trying to make the character think.
These questions. Specifically, he wanted to know if I knew exactly what he was. I assumed, considering the doll part of himself, that he was actually just a doll in human skin. Apparently not. Because he said that was the wrong answer. Then he wanted to know about what exactly I was. When really I have no idea even what I actually am in the first place.
Yeah, there's
I don't even know why
a
I
lot that
exist.
is worrying my mind
And
about
then,
this.
and then he asked me the question that actually has me truly puzzled. Why did I kill him? That's why I want to awaken the one in my head. I need to know
Yeah,
from the
that
source. Why?
well, if anyone knows, it would be Johann with his
At least.
many
Although Johan would
many of connections.
knows the one from the hospital. Can't quite remember her name, unfortunately. She gave me an opportunity to reawaken him. At the
You're talking about Diana, or is it
Tanya.
Tanya? Tanya.
that's the one. But
Yeah.
there is a risk of me dying in the process. So I'm going to Johan to see if there's a way that he might be able to prevent such a thing.
Diana probably also could help since she has her own ways, but I don't know what she does in her spare time.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, what did the two of you get up to when you left?
Well, I wanted to ask, okay, DM, I need help with it. I know about the demon blood, but I'm trying to remember everything.
You want to ask Johan about getting a new quirk, for some reason or another, I don't quite remember. And then you also were going to talk to him about Jack.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, Alex is mostly asking why did he leave with her? You know,
Yeah.
well, for one, I had to, for a while, I had to figure out what I wanted because even I didn't know. So I thought she could help me with a little bit of my quirk, since my quirk is negative emotion manipulation. I can pull out rage, despair, or even fear out of an individual and make it into a monster and use it against them. Problem is, it's sometimes a little bit uncontrollable. So I was going to Diana to do a little bit of test research, and in return, she could do some other thing. But unfortunately, the test subject, one we were hopefully going to acquire so I could mess with it, apparently arrived dead. Body all mangled up, all torn apart. And on the body, there was just only red stitching saying Jack is back.
so Diana has experience with sort of. I'm getting a name in my head that I'm not sure I understand. Do any
Go
of
ahead.
you know the name Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Yes, it's a name that popped into my head when listening about Diana.
She does. Oh, I get it. Frankenstein. She does do some stuff to her own body. She does demon flesh and even angelic stuff, holy stuff.
Yep.
So you're saying she has body parts?
Yes. She even gave me these. Activates his eyes in the middle of it.
Ooh, pretty.
Hmm.
You also remember that her arm was slagged, and she went to repair it somehow.
Yeah. And then he turns off his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She also had to repair her arm after. Looks at Ro, which you did. She had to get herself a new arm.
Yeah, which did tell me to don't be sorry about it since there's immense power. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just hope I can control it.
she had to get a new arm, and I helped her with it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there is a way. I
To
wonder
get
if she has any experience with souls.
I think possibly she does. She experiences more with body modifications, augmentations. It's possible she could. I don't know everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to see because I may have an idea. To tell you the truth, I do not want to be connected to this asshole anymore. He's given me more trouble than it deserves.
Thing is, I already talked to Diana. If we are able to if we are able to take down this Jack, she owes us a big favor. She might be able to help you possibly, Ron, as well as you, Rogue.
Hmm.
I mean, not Axel. I mean, Axel said. She might be able to help you, Axel, as well as you, Rogue, if you need anything of the sort.
Okay.
I could probably
I'll have
give
to remember
her.
that.
I could probably give her an ultimatum. She does what I want right now, and I will be able to easily.
Problem is, Jack is very, very dangerous. Though Diana did give me.
So I have heard from many sources.
He did tell me that she. But what was interesting is that she was the one who helped him.
So, Jack the Ripper is
The Stitcher.
Stitcher. Yeah. I was trying to remember. So Jack
It's okay.
is her monster to an extent.
Not to an extent. She helped him with some stuff, and well, apparently. Wait, what? What's that?
She helped him with
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Love
Look,
the
my mind
statement.
did not remember.
what you were told was that Jack was dying, she prevented that death, and then Jack went on to use that life for that.
Okay. Apparently, what she told me was that Jack apparently was dying, and she helped him bring him back in a way, and well, he did what he did with his quirk. So in a way, she did kind of help make him, but at the same time, his choices were his own.
And since the heroes thought they had killed him once before, and clearly they didn't succeed. Is there any way to actually defeat this person?
Problem. Well, Diana did give me some points on his weakness, but the problem is, are we dealing with a real Jack or a copycat?
Exactly. That's
How
one thing
many
I want to know.
copycats for particular quirks are there out there? Yes, Dollhouse seemed to have a similar quirk from what I've been able to recollect for him.
There's a possibility there are quirks that copy other quirks, and someone could, well, take a fascination with Jack and try to carry on his legacy. I'm not going to rule out the possibilities.
If that's the case, and they would probably be nowhere near his level. But for now, let's treat this as if it is the actual Jack the Stitcher.
There is one thing. With my eyes, I can probably find him now. I gotta pick up on his demonic essence.
Demons, angels, split personalities. That's just sounding like some bad sound like a bad TV show almost.
Hey, at least the ratings will be good. Hey, at least the ratings will be good. We won't be like that other show that talked about friendship is magic.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know, just popped in my head.
You eventually get up to the top as you're all talking, and you see Johan sitting at his desk, like usual.
Sin, can you not see the... It's odd. I guess not.
See the what?
I sent multiple messages to the GM in the chat logs. Slash WGM.
Here.
He's not actually the GM. Ah!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see it wasn't loading for some reason. Oof. Okay. He's approaching them personally. Okay.
Yeah, before they reach the office.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see. They're in the elevator, so I assume, he walks into the elevator with them after they get to a certain floor?
It's more that while they were discussing, he would have gone down to the floor.
Okay.
Unless were they in the elevator the entire discussion?
More or less, yeah. They walked into the elevator, then started talking,
Okay. He'll be standing in front of the elevator when the door opens, a rather annoyed look on his face.
Oh. Hello.
To the office.
All right.
Okay.
He turns curtly and strides. When all of you are in and the door shuts, he kind of lets out a slow sigh.
Problems?
A very interesting discussion that you had inside of my building.
I'm assuming you heard it all from the elevator.
Yes. Fortunately, I do frequent sweeps to prevent any other individuals from recording information on these premises. But it's still a bit dangerous to be discussing bodies found. And he points towards towards Axel. Admitting to a murder on my premises is a very dangerous thing when you're seen being associated with me.
Which is why I preferred to talk while in the elevator. I had not assumed that you had a camera that could record audio.
There's also the danger of individuals with strong quirks when it comes to hearing. I happen to know of one who works for me. We're lucky that she doesn't work today. That could have ended very poorly.
All right, so we gotta keep more stuff on the down low then.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
He nods. Speak of it at your own pace, but if at all possible, don't admit to murders or discovering bodies inside of my building.
Very well.
You will
That's
have
not,
to
that's
forgive
not
me.
bad.
You will have to forgive
Huh?
me. I am basically just 2 days old.
I recognize that and will extend a reasonable level of understanding.
But you can be sure it will never happen again.
That's all I request.
Crystal clear.
Okay,
But
understood.
I imagine that's not the only request that will be heard today. What can I do for you three?
You've heard everything in the elevator, so it is of no use for us to even request anything. You already know it.
I know that you have a request as to desiring to learn more information regarding yourself. There are
That is true.
methods.
I'm willing to go through these methods if it means I can learn more from a certain individual, at least.
As for the two of you, I'd rather hear you reword the request specifically.
Mine isn't much of a request, but an update on something you asked of me, which can wait till the end.
All right. And Persona?
I wanted to come to you because I also wanted to ask you one thing for request, but also another thing. Did the Shadow Man come and take the info?
We had a delightful conversation on the subject.
Oh,
He
boy.
accepted the information. My position of bartering has changed considerably. The details
Very
to
well.
that are unimportant, but I will say this.
Hmm?
Given that you are my business partners, I don't mind throwing you a bit of a bone in case we meet in another world.
True
Do
enough.
be careful on the day of the sports festival. The one with UA.
So
Okay.
there's something that's gonna happen then.
Somewhere, there will be an event that takes place that day. If you like, you can simply remain home and be of absolute safety. Or you can follow the chaos and see where it takes you. Who knows, you might find yourself unfortunate enough to be there. But the warning will stand. If you'd like to avoid any chaos, simply remain in your homes for the duration of the day.
I'll think about it.
Thanks for the heads up.
All right. And the other thing was that I guess you owed me one since I gave you the info, and now that you've gotten a little, well, paid back or stance with your Shadow Man.
In a way, yes. You're looking for a favor.
Close to that, if possible, if it's attainable. And I already know what kind of deals you make, and we'll have to see where it goes, since a favor for a favor.
State your
The only-
desires clearly and succinctly, and we shall see what I can do for you.
I do know, since you already know our situation in the elevator, you already know about Jack then.
Unfortunately, yes.
There might be a possibility I might need one more quirk to take him on. If we all decide on that.
I see. And?
is there a quirk that, since I have a feeling Jack, from what I've heard, is more of a ranged fighter with his threads. I'm just guessing and assuming. Is it possible to have a psychic quirk?
Can you find such a person is the real question.
That is the true question.
Finding such a person would be one favor. Granting you their quirk would be a whole nother. At the moment, you have one favor in the bank. And I will repay that favor if it's called upon, but you will need to decide exactly what that favor will be.
All right, then I still have time to cash it in.
Yes. Oh,
All right.
and I will say, if events in this world conspire such that we are unable to come to a fulfillment of our contract, it does not resolve simply because of the advancements of one party. I keep track of my debts very thoroughly, and if we should meet again in another world and my balance is not at zero, that debt will be repaid then. So don't
Very
be in
well.
any rush.
I know you have your own goals, but I'm always intrigued. Maybe I might stick around with your idol agency and see where your whole thing comes.
I don't imagine you'll be too interested unless you're into the nitty-gritty of managing a company. But
Not nitty gritty. Not that. I'm talking about hanging around every now and then and see what you have planned and what this Shadow Man has planned.
the Shadow Man and I are neither of us the sort to extend our plans outwards such that they can be perceived on the day-to-day. I have every intention of laying low. For the next while, at least, I should remain as nothing more than the lightly eccentric, cutthroat businessman that heads a rising idol agency. Until more is needed of me, anyway.
You two, you want to talk about anything? Sorry for taking up your times.
No, it's okay. I just was going, since no, I'm already here. I might as well give an update on finding some information on that one vigilante that you were wanting to find out about.
The Apostle.
Which-
Any
the Apostle,
information
yes.
that you found yet?
Not. I'm actually surprised at how little I'm been able to find. I even went into a
Deep web search.
Moogle Academy. What?
Deep web search, or you mean Google? Google.
I
Again.
did a deep web search. Even my contacts were kind of at a dead end on the Apostle. But one lead that I did end up following, and I still am, is that there might be some information at Moogle Academy, which I'm currently attending. So far, I haven't been able to find anything, but it's the only lead I have right now. So,
Is there anything currently going on over there? Like events or some stuff?
the one event I can remember that was the funeral for a couple of their students who passed away last week, but that was yesterday, and they gave everyone a day off. So, but also found out Mr. Someone that you may know, Mr. Torque, is there as well as a student. So at least I'm not alone. And oddly enough, and this is I just remember this. Oddly enough, I might not be the only person infiltrating Moogle.
Moogle.
Because
Mugen.
yeah, Mugen. Okay.
Yeah.
Mugen. Welcome to Mugen Academy. This sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm infiltrating the academy, Capo.
Oh dear. I think my infiltration persona is taking on more than I thought. But anyways, Mugen Academy.
Mhm.
Please say I said that right?
Yeah, that is Mugen.
Yes.
Yep.
Apparently, one of the students thought I was the replacement. And that's just... So yeah, I'm going to be staying there for a little bit to see what I can find out. Because Mugen seems very interesting. And if I can find any info on, the Apostle, so you can repay your debt, it might be there, as I suspect.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll repeat that.
Hmm.
Oh, repeat.
Yeah, I
Sure.
had to relay a message to the DM.
He heard none.
Okay. Okay. So, make this long story short, all of the contacts I have in the criminal underground, in the black market, deep web,
Mhm.
have come up with nothing on the Apostle. The best that one can do, the best I got from one person, was he might have been at Mugen Academy. So I've been there for the last week, and apparently nothing's come up so far. This guy seems like he's left nothing, not trace or trail, but
Mhm.
to be honest, I think I'll be staying there for a little bit longer to see if I can find anything, if anything. And also, I should mention that this one kid there, he's always eating. Some reason he's always eating ramen noodles, but
Mhm.
he thought I was his replacement when I came in. Apparently, he was also infiltrating as well. Not sure what that entails, but I'm kind of curious to figure out what's going on there exactly,
Mhm.
or how many people are actually infiltrating this academy, because it seems a little less low key than the other academy.
Hmm.
I'm so
Well, that is certainly interesting.
Hmm.
If there's another infiltrating the academy beyond yourself, I wonder what for. Do you know how long he's been attending?
Could it be
And
the
his name?
Shadow Hand?
I have no idea. I mean, it seems like he has friends who's probably been there for longer than a month or two.
You said he eats
So
frequently. What's his quirk?
Monkey tail. Well,
all I
not
can
quite
tell is
monkey
he has
tail.
a
It just looks like a very large tail-like appendage, kind of similar to the one that you found inside of UA, but with minor differences.
some kind of tail or something. Not quite a tail, but all I can tell is he has lots of energy, stamina, and could be a monkey. I'm not sure, but he always has the same cup of ramen noodles in his hand. Not sure how or why he keeps eating that same brand of noodles, but that's all I've seen so far.
A subtle investigation will be launched.
Okay.
Very well.
If you don't mind, before we continue, I just need to check this. He grabs his phone and opens it up. He pauses for a moment before his frown deepens. See,
Something wrong.
he sets it down. A message from Tanya. It would seem that she gained access to a certain bit of information that I was looking for.
Information you were probably hoping to not hear, I assume.
Information that I hadn't expected.
Oh,
All right.
that's...
What is it?
How familiar are you, particularly you, Rogue, and not quite you, Axel, with the name Washi?
Washi.
Wash.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have to roll sense to see if it would trigger, like, maybe a vision or something?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, in
Yeah,
order,
yeah, we can do that.
That would be a thing.
body,
There's
it's still wrong.
also
The memories would still be
Wait,
there.
did my character about Washi?
I don't
But,
think
Uh,
so. I think Rogue would recognize it.
Yeah,
given that,
Rogue would
he
recognize it
arrived during
because the funeral, you didn't have much information on the actual Jack killing and stuff like that. All you knew was a student at Mugen. You didn't get a name, as they don't like to give out names for privacy reasons. So
gotcha.
you likely won't know it. Rogue would know it because the funeral. Ron, roll me sense real quick to see if you get a flashback of some sort.
Yes.
Kind of,
Pretty
yeah.
good roll.
Is it, wouldn't that be one of the students that died?
Yes, that was the student who died.
Okay.
You
Oh,
do
boy.
get a minor flashback, Ron. It does kind of feel like someone slaps you in the face with a boot into an image of.
Minor flashback.
Huh?
You say minor flashback, and then it's like getting hit in the face with a boot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared to know what a major flashback feels like.
Getting hit with a
Yeah.
goddamn safe or
Baseball
something.
Yeah.
Nah,
Um,
nah,
But you
Grand
do
piano.
get a
break
flash of a face of probably Washi actually from this world, yeah, because you did interact with him a lot. The his name was sparks some kind of memory in you, especially since your connection, I suppose, is loosening.
I got a good one. I got a good one.
Mm-hmm.
He recognizes. He remembers hearing the name. He remembers the face, but also one other thing. Zippo.
Mm.
Hmm.
Zippo. Oh yeah.
There's a pause from Johann as he actually does look surprised. I see.
I can see
Zippo.
his face and nickname. I'm guessing it's something Ron gave to him. It must have something to do with his quirk, I would assume, considering.
Wait a minute. Would my character know about zipping? Because he did have a hand with zipper in it.
Yes, you do know about.
Yeah.
that.
He did find that.
Yeah, you fought against a hero that used zippers at
Wait a
the
minute.
Idol Festival, who was
Mhm.
protecting the child.
Wait, zipper. There was a hero I saw with zipping kind of stuff that made me lose the child and all that.
Mm-hmm. He
Yes,
disconnected his
zipping
hand
is
as a whip
zipping
flew
is
through
very
it.
definitive about what his quirk actually
Uh,
was.
Well,
Care to explain what you mean by zipping?
yeah.
Johann kind of shakes phone a bit before saying, according to the information, his ability was to create zippers. He could unzip all sorts of objects from one another, unzip his own limbs and still retain control of them, create zippers that acted as portals between multiple different locations. In short, a quirk that defies what could be considered the common sense of most quirks. That's why I was investigating him. There are very few that can do that. One of them would happen to be the ability to create something from nothing. Emotional energy becoming a physical manifestation upon the world. It seems like jumpers get some leeway in terms of how their quirks work.
That's
Makes me wonder
unfortunate to hear because I do have to say this.
if Ron had a quirk, and I just don't know how to use it yet.
True, but
It's
the
possible.
one of the names I saw on for the funeral announcement at Mugen, it was
Washing.
it was Washi, so I assume he was one of the heroes that died.
Yes, this is his autopsy report.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Tanya was very thorough in her re-examination, thanks to her own quirk. The autopsy
And what-
report is bland and basic. For whatever reason, it seems as though the coroner themselves weren't as thorough as they should have been, likely to hide certain elements regarding him.
Most likely.
Washi appears to have possessed himself a rather interesting appendage. A tail.
Heyo.
Yes.
Heyo.
A tail
That's
that, according to her quirk, is something familiar both to her and to I.
What kind of tail was it? Does it have to do with with jumper?
I lament the passing of any jumper. And that is what it would appear he was.
What exactly
So,
happened when a jumper died?
Hmm?
Go
Considering
ahead, Axel.
considering the fact that jumpers can basically jump from one world to another, what happens when they die? Are they dead for good, or does something else happen?
Their souls are sent back to their home world, wherever that may be. I don't know anything about Washi, specifically as a jumper, but from what I can tell, he possessed anatomy that was not quirk related.
Okay, and I need you to tell me.
Mhm.
At any point during their conversation, did Dollhouse ever say anything about jumpers?
He did not.
Damn, I was hoping that there was a because I want to have Axel be suspected of Dollhouse for
Mhm.
being a jumper, but there's no actual way for me to be able to do that,
Yep.
unfortunately. Although he is suspected of this. Funnily enough, whenever I finished off Dollhouse, so to speak, he made it feel like he was going to return.
Mm,
If he was a jumper, then I'm afraid that wouldn't be the case. A true death cannot be undone. So either he... Well, I suppose it's universal, isn't it? Jumper or not, if he truly died, you will not encounter him again. A jumper would return to their world, and a non-jumper would merely pass on to the next.
It's the only explanation I can have for why he would let me kill him so easily.
do you think there's a possibility if he's not a jumper, he could come back?
If so, then what is he to be allowed to come back?
That's a good question.
I can investigate into him, but
A favor,
Wow.
right?
Left his body lying in the alleyway right outside the building.
It was actually quite a distance.
it's considerable
Well-
distance from his building.
Well,
Otherwise,
how
Johann would be
far would you
fucking
say it is?
livid.
Like 5 blocks away, maybe.
Something like that. Quite a considerable distance, but yeah. You would give off the exact area.
Yeah, I left his body in an alleyway somewhere over on the eastern side of the city.
Mhm.
Just look for the smell, I would say.
Jesus Christ, you left the body in the open?
What else did you want me to do? I had no idea what to do. I was actually going through a mental crisis at the time.
How long did it take for you to walk here?
Well, whenever I started away, it was just getting to morning time.
So probably like a good hour, maybe 2.
So I would say roughly about an hour or two, give or take.
The body has likely already been discovered by the authorities. An hour of the scent wafting through the packed city that we live in. They'll likely assume, we'll have a civilian likely assuming it's to smell the dead animal.
So we've got to have. So the authorities are going to be around here more often now.
They have
That
no
is if
idea.
they can-
It's
That
Johann.
is if they can connect me to his murder, which, considering authorities,
Well,
they likely will somehow. So, I'm afraid I might have to actually take some interesting measures.
Given that they have a bloodhound on the force, I wouldn't be surprised if they track your location here.
Then I have an interesting idea. He kind of stands up. I have technically 2 requests to ask of you, Johann, and I will owe you dreadfully for doing such a service for me.
I would argue you owe me already for bringing the police potentially to my doorway, but
But don't
Ask
worry,
away.
if my plan can go through without a hitch, the police will be nowhere near you. So,
Mhm.
I want to know everything that the man in my head knows. Ron. I want to know everything he knows about jumping, about where he came from, so I can easily use it against him. Problem is, I might actually die from letting him back out, or I might inject myself back into him. I don't want that. I don't want to die now that I've got a taste of life. So, I was wondering if there's any way you know how to handle this. I've been from Persona here. I've apparently seen that I've been heard. Hang on, let me start over.
It's all right.
Thanks
Yeah,
to
says-
Persona here, I know that Diana has done some stuff with demons and angels. Maybe she knows a way on how to transfer souls from one body to another, or how to split a soul, so to speak. Tanya was also giving me the opportunity to reawaken the one within me, so I can integrate myself into his memories to gain them, and then maybe have a moment where I can split myself off from him and be given another body. The body that was used to kill Dollhouse was Ron, not me.
That nonetheless still says that the body that killed Ron is currently in my fucking office.
That's a problem. So, well, do we have to take him to
Yeah.
Diana to lay low for the time being?
Well, no. If I can get this over with, Ron will be found out at wherever we do the transfer. He will be taken to jail, and I will get away scot-free.
There's potential in the plan, but it nonetheless puts my business in the spotlight.
That it does. But if push comes to shove, I will gladly take the fall all the way.
Be careful, Axel, what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, he folds his hands in front of him. I will repeat what I said to Persona. You realize, of course, that debts are not washed away from movement between worlds.
Oh,
If
I
you
don't-
truly possess the soul of the Jumper, you will be indebted to me for the foreseeable future.
Johan, from what I have done under you so far, I wouldn't mind joining you for a while. You seem a rather interesting and shrewd businessman. I feel that there is a lot I could learn from you.
To date, we have met as what borders on equals. That may well change if you enter my servitude.
Besides, I feel like I would owe a debt to the others that would be within that would take part in my plan. Diana and Tom. Debts all around, I would say. So either way, I am going to be interwoven into your little circle so much. Besides, I have no other connections to anyone else outside of this circle.
That is true. He doesn't have any of that.
I see. It would be too suspicious if we underwent heavy cleaning measures of this area.
Do we all have to...
Modifying the tapes will be of no significant difficulty, however. I
If
already
get
have
found
one
out, I
capable
will
of
take the fall
modifying.
for it. I would not bring him into this at all.
Oh,
Axel.
wait a minute.
You have just moved as a pawn to the final space on the board. I have no intention of allowing mere police to take such a powerful piece now that it's under my control.
Which is
If
why
you will accept the terms of my contract.
wouldn't do well for me to not to be part of the contractors and not accept a contract, now wouldn't it?
Your life will be saved. In exchange, it will be mine. I will share you with the remainder of the contractors, particularly as their assistance will be quite necessary in preparation.
Oh, wait. It reminds me.
And considering with Diane and Tanya, you would still allow me to do as I will, as long as I come to your aid when you call, yes?
Yes. A tool is not as useful if all it can do is follow orders. I prefer lively ones. Active ones.
Don't worry. Once I am free of these shackles of this idiot, I want to investigate the process of jumping very thoroughly.
You two. Take Axel to Diana. Walk him there. I will be handling the police shortly.
Oh, that reminds me. We and Rogue also went to UA as well. That means we might also be under crosshairs as well.
Depends on if they
His
find out.
smile
Yeah.
falters a
God.
bit. I see.
Uh,
We did, didn't we? The Shadow Man.
Hmm. If the police can find out who you are, the only possible ways to find out who you are would be from the 3 people you interacted with. Oh, 2 of which you beat the ever-living snot out of, and the third one would likely be traumatized to a degree by from what the authorities would say. So their recollection on you would not be the best. So it's
Anyway.
potentially possible that you'd get found out by them, but they would not be looking at you right now anyways.
Yeah. What you wanted to say something, Johan?
1 second.
Sorry, my bad.
I
I just had
will-
to send a quick question.
I will say that that one particular individual in UA was another individual that seems to have the kind of control of lightning that I have.
Yes,
Hmm.
recall us discussing such a thing.
Oh, that
Yes.
reminds me.
And by
He
control,
also.
you mean as to say none at all.
In a way, I mean, she has slightly better control over it than mine, which thankfully, hold on 1 sec.
It's a shame. It's a shame I had to.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
You guys might want to
It's sparking
duck
through your
into
hair
something.
at the moment.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
I have to use my thing?
Yeah, currently it's sparking through your hair. Doesn't seem happy when you are thinking about the other person's control over their power comparatively to yours.
Yeah.
It's a shame, though, that I did have to use my trump card on that one kid, but he gave me no choice.
True, but we had to get away. So
There is one thing, Johan. There is one thing you might be interested in studying, Johan.
Oh.
Yes.
Shows him the parasite and all that. And also, there is one thing if you need to spy on somebody, since I kind of want to help in a way, not like the same way as Axel does. Not yet, unless I know what I'm getting myself into. Summons up his little puppet.
Hey, tiny puppet.
Interesting. You said it looks like a bonnet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bonnet.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit changed more. Moving, it's like a cross between a bonnet and a tabor at the moment.
He nods. I see. I've called, I'll say security, to serve as an escort for you. I'll look into your other abilities when I have a bit more free time. Convincing the police that they have the wrong location and preventing it from being publicized will be tricky business.
Actually, I have a dirty, rotten scheme that I think you'll find interesting. There is a chance that my plan to unlock Ron's memories might just bring him back and kill me in the process. If such a thing happens, give a slight anonymous tip to the police that search over there wherever he is for the proper killer. If I die, he's going down with me.
If you die, it will be in Diana's arms. And I don't imagine Ron will necessarily walk away from that.
Although I would love to punch Ron in the balls again. After what he did to me in Rogue.
Although I'm pretty sure Diana would like to see Ron thrown in jail forever for killing a hero and probably get a slight bit of revenge for what he did to her.
Yes. In the meantime, carry yourselves there swiftly. Gaia will be here momentarily, as he flips a coin before catching it.
Gaia.
That is the name that she was given.
Well, if you ever need my services or anyone else, if you ever need my services, I'll gladly help every now and then. I've got nothing better to do except hunt down a possible Jack ripoff.
Cannot seem to find it, Corin.
God, it's been like 5 minutes. I thought you'd find it by now.
I'll even search through my sister's chat. Yeah, do not know where it is. Apparently, we've never even said the name guy in our chat, which is weird. Did you send it to me at some point?
Well, wouldn't you have had to use it?
Quite
No,
probably.
I guess probably not.
You were the host of that one, so...
Well. It's a little inconvenient, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you need a temporary one?
Probably. Let's see, that was Tanya's previous picture. I don't think I had Gaia's previous picture from the JoJo's World.
Sent.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I didn't have this one before. Let me put that down.
Yeah.
G. And then move to here.
So after he flips it, the door does open. It's a bit of an older image, but it still checks out. You see a blonde woman, fairly tall, 5'8". Not the tallest, but she stands across from the rest of you. Let's see, Ron roll sense.
Alright. Oh.
14. That's enough to see a faint haze behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Stand.
Mm-hmm.
He like his eyes kind of squint as he looks over at Johan. He's just kind of,
Mm-hmm. Looking back and forth between two of them.
Yeah, because it's like it's the same kind of what he remembers seeing behind Johan. The glimpses.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm guessing she's another like you.
Not quite. She's simply... His eyes narrow as he has this smug grin. A business partner.
Well, in any event, we should probably head on our way. And Johan, if you need anything, I'll do my best to help you out. And I think right now with the Shadow Man, my trust and skepticism of it is sketchy at best.
Yes.
And before he turns to leave, Axel actually reaches a hand out to Johan. Johan, I look forward to doing business.
With this, the contract is sealed, isn't it? As he reaches out and grasps your hand as well.
That it is.
Oh, one more thing. You're intending on looking for Jack. You're not the only...
Possibly, yes, but I don't know if we have a chance against him. Again, we don't know if it's the real Jack.
Then this information may be quite useful. There are several individuals who've been investigating Jack. In fact, a lot of the investigation seems to have converged at one singular place fairly recently. According to the information, a team from Mugen was assigned to investigate Jack the Stitcher. They found themselves at a bar named Get Some Sip. Another group of individuals have been investigating Jack the Stitcher. A small group represented by Detective Farsight. One person who knows Farsight was found at Get Some Sip. The owner and proprietor of that very business has been investigating the existence of the serial killer Jack the Stitcher. Her name is Bernadette. She lives in Get Some Sip. And a particularly large fan of Jack's work, as well as that man's assistants, have recently been sighted having been seen and nearly caught by that team at Get Some Sip. That villain was known as Fakenstein. He is a partner, though, according to the report, no name was given. He was referred to only as Boy. A reference, it seems, to another. It would seem that once upon a time, Jack had a partner he called Boy. If you can find that partner, you may be able to find Jack. Failing that, finding out why Faye has a partner of the same title, why he's investigating him, may help. Questioning Bernadette may help. Questioning Farsight may help. I can only imagine how very much Diana wishes to find Jack. And I can only imagine that when Tanya gets on the job, you'll get beaten to the punch.
True.
Well,
I mean,
we'll have to see. Besides, it'd probably be better for everyone, both heroes and villains and you contractors, if this guy was out of the way.
true.
A serial killer on the move, especially after his announced decease. It's bad for business. It scares
It
my
is.
girls.
So hopefully if we do end up killing him, we'll make sure to take his head at least to Diana.
Yes.
Well-
That should be more than enough to verify his termination.
While I go and take care of myself to an extent, I
Mhm.
will. Once I'm done with that, I will catch up with the two of you and help you with the investigation.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
Very good.
I'll have a few new tricks up my sleeve if I'm.
Hey.
allowed.
Well,
Hopefully,
let's hope so.
4 leads will be enough.
I'll think about finding anything you also need, Johan, in the meantime until I can get ready to do my experiments.
Yes. And by the way, I'm doing my best to provide another individual to Diana, considering what happened to your last.
Well, thank you for that. I'm sorry that had to happen, but it's a bloody mess.
Quite.
But in the meantime, if you need anything, I'll do my best to help you out with spying or even gathering information.
Of course. I'll have the 3 of you on speed dial.
You will, monsieur.
Sounds
Mm-hmm. Alright. I assume you all start heading out then?
Yep.
So I'll start.
Axel's heading specifically to go see Diana about the proposition he's going to give her.
Okay.
Gaia is trailing just behind you, keeping an eye out for things, hands in her pocket.
So you guys get back out to this save bit here. How long does Gaia follow? And it's just like
Pretty much
outside the
until they
doors? or-
arrive.
Hmm?
And she can speak if anyone talks to her, but I'm not sure if anyone does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Persona would probably be interested and be like, well, hello, Miss Gaia.
It's Miss Harsh.
Miss Harsh, sorry. Intriguing individual.
I'll take your word for it.
Come around here often?
She seems to
God.
smile about something. Can't say that I do. Been a little
talk.
while since I was anywhere near this place.
Really don't like being around the idol agency or anything?
Got no problem with the girls, just with the management.
Oh,
I see.
okay. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Were you saying something, Rogue?
I was just saying I see.
Ah.
With her say though. She had problems with the management, not the girls.
I believe Ron was heading off to Diana, so
Yep.
assume you guys split at this point.
Pretty much, I think by now they would, yeah.
Yeah, I think we do split because right now with everything I'm gonna go do my investigation.
Yep, with Rogue.
Gaia assists in making sure that nobody follows Axel.
So Axel goes off to Diana's area, and you two go on your investigation. Where are you two going exactly? So you have 4 leads so far.
And all of them converge at Get Some Sip.
Yep.
So I would say get some sip would be the best place to go start off.
Yep. But first he puts on a regular disguise right now. He puts on just a normal clothes.
Just his regular old outfit. Okay.
Yep, because he's not taking any chances with the cat girls and everything.
It's probably a smart plan. Where is my
guy took himself.
zip?
Well, I'll probably don my more of a
The biker outfit?
yeah.
I mean, why not? It's the best disguise you have yet. So
Exactly. Might as well. So
Makes you look very much so unlike almost anyone. So, hey, probably a biker outfit, which is a bit of a drastic change to your look to
it
Roasted's
would be
character.
because
Mhm.
normally my character is dresses in nice business suits.
your
No,
character
his
is the
form.
gentleman.
Exactly. So
He is anything but.
exactly, exactly.
My character's just dressed in like just regular clothing that you usually find in the store.
I don't know if
Oh.
this is the right map, but if it isn't, I'll change it later. Because this is
Gotcha.
the one that I found, so I'm going to use this. I don't know where my other map is, but this one should be as good as any.
I mean, it should be saved into your map folder.
It would be, except I'm on a different computer. Oh, not on a different computer, I'm on a different profile on Roll20. I use two different ones for heroes and villains. Where are you guys? Let's see, there's Rogue. There. And then Roasted right here.
Yep.
And then...
Okay, so we're gonna be focusing on them for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Alright, yep.
After that,
Okay, and then I have all of them, just not on this friggin' thing here. Let's pull out Bernadette first, wherever she is. Ah, they were in the red. Okay, so you guys are heading over to get some sip. As you guys head over there, and you walk in, it's probably like, unless you guys stop somewhere, it's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning, roughly. Something like that.
Yep.
Very early in the morning, if you guys just head straight over.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna get. And he just talks in a like a disguised voice.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna get myself a cup of coffee or something. You want anything?
Yeah, doesn't matter to me. I'll just take a cup of coffee.
All right, lots of cream, lots of sugar.
If you must, yes.
Very well.
That roll so I'm missing one. It's it's the bunny. Where there she is. She had a name that was slightly different from everyone else. As you guys walk in, you see that Corin, about 9 o'clock in the morning. Would that be like kind of like empty times, roughly?
It's a bar and restaurant, so you're just gonna have a very different set of clients.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys walk in, there's a fairly decent amount of people at the moment. It's somewhat busy. They're selling out food, they're selling out probably some information somewhere. Lots of stuff at the bar here as well. Getting some money. There's a bunch of people going around, which
like,
I will use.
This for some reason I'm looking at all these characters. It's like I'm watching a bad episode of Kid Power Rangers or something.
Alright, I will use this token as the average Joe.
Are we going to be seeing a lot of that token all over the place now?
There's going to be a lot of this token all over the place. A lot of average shows.
Oh my god, what is
Don't worry.
this?
A lot of average
Master
shows. They're eating, drinking, chatting. A lot of average shows is all over the place. There you go. So you guys walk in, kind of crowded, kind of decent group going on for the most part. As you guys walk in, you do see a girl with red hair, dude with blue hair, dude with gold hair, and a bunny girl. Okay.
The red-haired woman's eyes do set upon the two of you when you walk in. There's no bell, but it seems like she was able to tell that you walked in the moment the doors opened.
Mhm.
So after that, she immediately resumes what she was doing.
Do I
Interesting
sense anything
place.
off about this place? Not not eye wise, but like feeling wise.
It feels like a bar and a restaurant. That is, for all intents and purposes, what is. There's a lot of people in here from what you can tell from like pretty much every stature possible in terms of social ladder, but it's a
Hey.
fairly normal looking bar.
Hey Sin, you know what you should do?
Hmm?
For your average Joe, you should do like what Ruby did and just have single colored people in the background.
Just 50 billion single
Or-
colors, you know,
Or
black
just
silhouettes.
do they did with the henchman for season 1.
Yeah, everybody looks the same.
I never saw that.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Yeah.
all right. And so again, DM, what were my leads?
Yeah, I believe there was finding information about Faye, Fakenstein, who seemed to have
Yeah.
a boy.
Lead number 1, Fakenstein and his partner boy were sighted here recently. Lead
Mhm.
number 2, while investigating Jack, a team of Mugen students came here. 3, the owner of this establishment, someone known as Bernadette, was investigating Jack. And 4, let's see, that was the team. Oh, and someone who is related to the famed Jack Hunter, Detective Farsight, was last seen here.
All right. Thank you very much. Ben's typing.
I think he's probably just listing out the
Yeah.
Just your leads.
Yeah, because even I can't remember everything.
Yeah, those are all your leads that you have so far. So, you two walk into the
Alright.
bar. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna get
Well,
a cup of. Go ahead, Rogue.
I don't know about you, but I think our seats are up at the bar.
Yeah, I think so. We just gotta make sure we keep it,
Do you guys all both head up to the bar? This guy
Yep.
kind of scooches over a little bit as he sees you. Obviously, not wanting to really interact with most people, nursing his drink, as it were, laying on the side of the bar.
Hello, madam.
Howdy. What are you looking for?
I'll have a coffee with lots of cream. 2 coffees with lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Got it.
I
She gives a slight nod to the bunny girl, who seems to walk over to the side right around there.
Mhm.
You see her fiddling with some cups.
Dude.
And then she sets her eyes on the two of you. That all?
We also came to ask like a question or something, if that's okay.
Question, huh? Yeah.
Mhm.
I deal in information on the side.
Rogue, do you want? He looks at.
Rogue.
Hey,
Well,
yeah, I'm trying to think of a name for him right now.
just call me Jack.
Mhm.
And if you're
Her
not
eyes
gonna,
narrow slightly.
if you're not going to ask, then I will.
Go ahead.
We're looking for some information on someone who might be responsible for a bunch of killings in the area.
Well, that's definitely an interesting thing. What brought you to my establishment?
Well, we heard a thing or two about this place and heard some, Mugen students were looking around here, asking the same thing.
Ah,
Strange how
So-
info comes and
this Jack's looking for the other Jack, huh?
In a
you
way,
can say
yeah.
that, I guess.
We need to find him, hopefully, if as soon as possible. The guy's a problem, I'll tell you that much.
News says that he's well and done for, though.
True enough.
That's what we want to make sure. We want to make sure that he's either dead or if he's alive. Well, let's just say who I work for wants him dead.
All right. And what makes you think that it's worth investigating?
By the way, just so you guys are aware, there is currently no news about the killing that Roasted has seen so far.
Yeah,
Not today.
Diana
Why is-
cleaned up.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
let's just say the guy that hired us is a little bit paranoid that he might not be dead.
Mercenaries, huh?
So,
You could
more or
call it
less.
that.
Well, let's call it what you like. Paycheck to
I prefer
paycheck.
the term to vigilantes.
Vigilantes, mercenaries, same thing.
World of difference, but sure.
Mhm.
What kind of information are you looking for?
Did Jack have any like did Jack have any like people he associated with or like anything?
He had a few associates, but not many.
Hmm.
According to some reports, he hung out with some kid for a while. Called him Boy.
Hmm. Do you know like the location of this boy, if possible?
Nah. My
Hmm.
only informant states that the kid disappeared a little while back.
Hmm.
There's been a lot of disappearances lately. And it's
Yeah.
driving me nuts.
I can say the same. A couple of my folks have gone missing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say that. Hear that.
Yeah. It's a shame, but it's what happens. This ain't exactly the safest place nowadays. Crime's
Yeah.
been on an upswing ever since that announcement from All Might.
Hmm.
You've got that right. I mean, that's the reason why me and him are making a living off of doing what we're doing. So,
Picking up the slack. I can
yeah,
respect that.
pretty much.
Some heroes won't do what needs to be done as necessary. Some people
Her eyes
like
do
Jack
narrow
won't
at that.
deserve prison.
Yeah.
Her eyes do narrow a bit at that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess you could say that. Still, vigilante justice is a hell of a thing. The bunny girl
Depends.
brings over your coffees, setting them down before going back to her own seat.
Thank you. Okay.
If you're looking for
Yeah.
Boy, though, your chances are you're going to be better suited looking into a different sort of organization.
Hmm.
You ever hear
How-
of, she leans in, the Syndicate?
The Syndicate. Lee whispers.
One,
Syndicate.
I've heard of it once or twice. I mean, in our profession, you come across it.
Yeah.
What about?
Boy was a member. Jack was associated with them.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Good to know.
Good place to look for information if you've got some contacts in there from your work.
Okay.
All right.
What else are you looking for?
About these students that came by that have been looking around the place, wanting information that we're looking for.
You gotta talk to Cyril if you want to know about them.
Cyril, okay. Thank you for that. I might have to talk to him.
Yeah.
And also, you might sound like a damn detective saying this because we're all going off of our leads. Do you happen to know someone named Faye?
You hear her audibly click her teeth. Yeah. I'm familiar with the rotting sack of shit.
Jesus.
I assume you don't like that name, huh?
No.
Uh,
Guy's an asshole and he skips out on his tab.
that's that kind of guy. I get you.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
time, just put some salt in it. Next time, just put some salt in his drink.
Yeah. We don't serve them around here anymore. Especially after the whole thing came out about all the murders.
What did he do?
Kills folks. A bunch of bodies were found, sans organs. The guy's got an arrest warrant out for him.
What
He's
is
supposed to
he
be
look
the
like?
captured.
What does he look like? Maybe we might be able to find him.
You ever read Mary Shelley?
Should I roll for that?
If I remember correctly, that's the Frankenstein's original book, right?
Yeah, writer for Frankenstein.
You would know it.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that book. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one who wrote the original Frankenstein.
Yeah. You ever see any film depicting the monster?
I think so. Yeah, once or
Maybe.
twice. But
Once or
usually,
twice.
usually
Yeah.
the film butcher books.
The sans the green skin, you got a close enough look. Stitching all over his body from where he's put body parts back together.
Ugh.
Yeah, like I
At
said,
least we can.
bodies were found sans organs. The guy needed replacements, I guess.
So, did he say anything like this Faye individual? Did he say anything stupid on the bar or anything we might need to lead on?
Guy came around because he was looking to speak with someone on the subject of Jack. Of course, it turns out same informant was the same one Cyril was talking to.
And when did this happen?
All of last week?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Not long before word started going out about the whole thing involving Jack. And that unfortunate tragedy at Mugen.
Yeah, it is. No one should ever have to. No one should ever have that happen to them.
Yeah. Poor kid. He seemed like a nice guy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Poor kid.
But anyway, yeah, you wrote Jack. Jack, do you want to go talk to
Cyril?
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the next thing we need to do.
Yeah, I'll stay right here.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll go over talk to him. And by the way, thank you for the information. And who knows, maybe we can collect on that tab of that guy, Faye.
Hey, if you can get him to pay back the tab, then good heavens, I'd be indebted to you.
Do you ask
Well,
her
maybe after
who
you-
Cyril is, by the way?
Well, she gestured towards the blue hair.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I highlighted it like that.
Fair,
Yep.
fair.
That
Yeah.
made it out, so.
Okay.
So,
Okay, yeah, I'll
as
remember that.
Rogue walks away, the woman does look to Persona and says, "Just to be sure, you're paying for him."
Yeah, might as well. I have my own job that I also work at as well. Here,
Mhm.
Good.
get some little free money.
Mm-hmm. That'll cover the coffee, and now for the pay on the information. She's got a bit of a smirk.
Oh, I see. Information like that doesn't come for free, you sniving devil. He just smirks and gives her a little bit more. Here,
Such is the nature of the world.
true enough.
You can pay the rest once Cyril determines what your partner there asks of him is worth.
Yeah, I know.
All
That's
right.
fine.
You
So-
enjoy that coffee. Mash that
Just
over to
like
them.
He just before he says like that, I just hope it's not poisoned or spiked. He just laughs a little bit.
I don't poison my customers. Death makes it pretty hard for them to pay their tab.
Mm-hmm.
True enough.
Alrighty. So we're going to get on to Rogue talking with Cyril next episode, along with what Ron's doing with Diana, as we have run out of time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, catch us every week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. PST for another episode of Villains. Also check out our Twitch schedule, which if you're on YouTube is in the description below. If you're on Twitch, well, you can find it anyways. And feel free to look inside of our stream chat or inside of our YouTube description for all of our links. If you guys want to support the channel, look at the bottom left and you'll see our Patreon. And we'll see all of you fine folks next time. Bye, and click that follow button if you want to see our insane random late night live streams that we do. We did 5 Nights at Freddy's last night and it was fun. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Y'all didn't DM me,
There you
monsters.
go.
Auf Wiedersehen.
We gotta be Phoenix Wright on here, boys. Help us.